Good morning. It's Donald E. Taylor, Joshua Taylor, coming to you from here in Hope, British Columbia. This is I don't know how to put it. I think I pretty well hit the jackpot last night. The Lord gave me some nuggets from heaven, not visions, not end time stuff. Well, maybe in a way. But he gave me nuggets of survival, and just getting it out this morning, and I'm not going to get into the particulars. What I can say is that he's given me the key secret of how all gas vapor carburetors work to get hundreds of miles per gallon, right? Charles Pogue, 1939. He had a 500 cubic inch Buick engine, and he had a dual system for refining, for perfecting the fuel. Okay, and he was bought out for $150,000 at that time to keep quiet, to take it off the shelf. And since that time, there's been many carburetors developed by individuals and by the industry. The industry has made many carburetors today, vehicles today that get 70, 80 miles per gallon. And they're not electric and they're not hybrids. They're able to take gasoline and get super high mileage off it. Anyway, this is the main nugget that the Lord gave me last night. He gave me the secret, the hidden knowledge of how to create the process, right? The formula, the recipe of how to create super high mileage fuel that would run. It's not going to run on a normal engine because of all the computer parts, but if you had a vehicle that's modified with a propane system, that's what it's going to take. On the newer ones, Max, hey, you get over here. And or if you have an older vehicle, you might even have a 1985, 86, a 24-foot RV, right, with big 460 in it. Just imagine being able to get 40 and 50 miles per gallon on something like that. On a Max, you get up on your seat. You're being bad this morning. Go on, get up there. I'll give you a cookie. Up there. Get up in your seat. I'll give you a cookie. Oh, my dog's trying to take the show this morning. And incredible. But I'm not going to get this out for free, because if I broadcast this on the internet, I'll make myself a target, right? But I can share the results of what it can do. I can show you the results, but I'm not going to give you the results. Now, if you want the results, you're going to have to contact Lamb Light Ministries. Lamb Light Ministries. That's the ministry that the Lord has given me. And so I have a report that I worked on years ago. It has to do with the war. It's called the war on gas, right? And I simply called it back then the TWOG report, the war on gas. So I can make this available through Lamlight Ministries. It's going to cost you $100, right? $100 US. So for those of you who support Lamlight Ministries, you'll get a newsletter update. And this newsletter update is going to show you how to do all this, right? And so I need to, when I get the recipes completed, where I know the fuel is in the perfect state, and as far as application, it wouldn't take that much to take this vapor fuel and put it into a big engine and get super high mileage. I always wondered why, when the Lord told me the seven open visions, why. Now I saw these 10,000 vehicles, and they left out from Surrey, which is on the coast, BC coast, and they're able to make it all the way up over a 12-hour drive, around 1,600 kilometer drive up north. Right, this is just after the big one hit the west coast, the last one that's coming. 10,000 vehicles, a convoy that was 50 miles long. And I always wondered, how did they make it up there on one tank of gas? Possibly for years. Now I know. Now I know that those vehicles are going to be outfitted with a super high mileage system that's going to get them in excess of 100 miles per gallon. Right? So I'd like to be able to experiment. I got some stuff to retrofit my water to gas bubbler to kind of seal it and make it tight. So that's my starting point, and then I have to work out the formula for the gas, right? And I'm not going to, I'll share the generalities, but I'm not going to share the specifics. I can't do it because it's you're playing with fire, and I want people to be safe out there. And so once I got everything working, that I can I can start sharing through the TWOG report. The Lord gave me so much last night, just download after download after download, and this went on for hours and hours. I came over from Boston Bar to Hope to see my friend Johnie, and that's where it all started. Every time, without fail, on the dozens and dozens of times that God has brought us together, the Lord has, there's a reaction, right? There's a reaction. And what the nugget is that the Lord gave me. In 2004, the Lord gave me the dream about the joepipe technology. A week following, I had a second dream where I heard the audible voice of the Lamb of God, and he spoke to me concerning the discovery of unlimited heat, and he said that the perfection of the fuel process would lead to that discovery. This is what the Lord gave me last night. He gave me the criteria, the steps to take, and he showed me the business plans and everything, right? So I need to register Lamplight Ministries, something like that. And once I get the fuel perfection working, then I need to put a patent on it, right? I can't put something out there that's not where I'm putting it into the hands of other people, where they're going to steal it and push you out of the picture. I'm not looking to become super rich, but I sure could. God's given me a lot on my plate, right? As far as survival tech for the remnant, and I could go in one direction. I could take one idea and go in one direction, but because of the times that we're in, I need to go in multiple directions, probably 6 different directions of discovery at the same time. That's the way the Lord has made me. And I knew for years, for decades, that there'd be a time that God's going to put unlimited finances in my hand for the kingdom. That's what he said. And but he can't trust everybody with money. If God puts millions in my hands, the question is, can he trust me? And says, yeah, I come to that place where I can be trusted with finances to develop specific discoveries or technology for God's people, that they can survive the times of tribulation and make these tribulation camps, these places of refuge camps. So that's what I'm working toward. I'm just saying that last night that the Lord gave me the lottery, big super lottery from heaven. And it's incredible. And incredible on the information, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he imparted last night, for his glory. So one of the first tests I like to do, and this could be an up-and-coming test, is to be able to run a generator set that's carbureted generator set, and be able to measure the fuel and do a comparison between this is how much it's going to cost you to run an hour compared to this. So I'm looking at, I'll say, a minimal of 300% increase on running a generator set. Wouldn't you like to see that? Wouldn't you like to be able to see the test results yourself? And if I make a business, it's not going to be I use the internet to get it out. But as far as getting their information to you, to the body, it's going to have to be by snail mail, right? It's just wiser to go that way. So for everyone that sends me $100, once I get things, established, they get the 12 report ongoing, the newsletter, which is going to carry the updates of what the Lord has given me all around. You get the whole ball of wax. And so it's going to show you the things that you can do to get ready to survive the times coming up. And folks, let's face it, what's happening in Iran is going to escalate. We're going to see the port of Hormuz shut down, right? One person was saying that's 40% of the oil's reserve. And we know that there's been prophecies where oil per barrel is going to go from its present $65, $70 per barrel to $200 a barrel or more. And right now we're paying $1.35 per liter for regular fuel. What are you going to do when you wake up tomorrow and you're paying $2 a liter? Or $10 for a U.S. gallon of fuel? If people are going to, find it hard to drive to work, they won't be able to afford it, right? They won't be able to afford the fuel to make a long distance trip. But wouldn't it be nice if you can get into your vehicle, an older modified vehicle, and be able to get 300% increase in your fuel? So, you normally get 3.5 to 4.5 hours driving time, say 4 hours, you might get 5 on a tank. Wouldn't it be nice where you could get up in the morning, it's just breaking daylight like it is now, and drive till dark without having to stop to fill up with fuel? It's going to give you what you needed when the shit hits the fan. It's going to extend how far you can drive. And this is going to be very important when gas is rationed and they only allow you to buy so much at a very high dollar. So this is what I'm offering, but I need to be wise about it. I need to open up a business and, get this technology patented so they can't stop you from getting out. The biggest is not just inventions, right? Making things, designing things, getting it out. The biggest, and it always has been the biggest commodity, is not the physical commodities. It's in time information. Information is the biggest trading commodity. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting this information out to you that's proven, and if I can show it running a gas generator, get 300%, not affecting your generator is going to run longer because it's not going to be building up full of carbon. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to take an older carbureted engine and get 300% increase in your fuel mileage. Very simply, that's 100% safe. It's because you already have the, it's all already designed with the propane system in there. You're just swapping out the fuel. That's all you're doing. And once it's working on the gas generator gensets, then I like to get a motorhome. So I'm asking someone out there, if you have an older mid 80s motorhome, a 24-foot that you're not using, carbureted system, it might be throttle body, gift it to me. Gift it to Lamplight Ministries. And so where I can take that and get my 40 miles per gallon on a big motorhome. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't you love that? Okay, I'm going to end it here. I didn't expect to do such a long message. This is Donald D. Taylor coming to you from here in Hope, British Columbia this morning on this gold mine, on this lottery ticket that the Lord gave me for his body.